Hi, Sagittarius. I'm doing your reading today. I've already pulled the cards so I could get a clear image of everything before I started talking so that I can be more concise. Um, I meditated before the reading and I felt like this sense, like the stillness energy, very still energy. And I felt my heart kind of stirring, simmering, but in a good way. It was like, ooh, I feel some opening, something nice, but then a little tension. I also felt some tension in my neck, and I was like, ooh, okay. Need a massage. So that's what I felt before we started, before I started. And I do want to say, if this resonates, feel free to contact me via email in the description to get a personal reading for yourself, or a channeled reading to really get a deep dive on whatever you are looking for. Either way, I can help you out. Okay, so let's clear the air and begin. So we started. Also, leave a comment if you'd like to know any of the deck names, and I will provide them for you. We started with the Mountain Reversed and Spirit of Palace. This is definitely what I was feeling before I even started. The Mountain Reversed, it's clear that there's an obstacle. But it's kind of like this isn't the time to act on the obstacle. It's not the time to try and overcome it. It's time to evaluate and to just allow. And with Spirit of Place being with it, it's time to go within and find that good feeling within before any movement is taken. Connect to spirit, feel, find that area that will help you find the path of least resistance. It's kind of like connecting back to your intuition to help guide you where you need to go. Rejuvenating Rain is the other oracle card we got. Clear the past, heal the present, which I love. I just kind of connected that because the present energy is the Three of Swords. It's heartbreak. And you're clearing the past. The past has some really heavy energies that you learn from. You definitely learn from the past. But it's kind of time to clear that out because it could affect your future. Just based on what I'm seeing, it's kind of like maybe like it seems like you might still be holding on to the heartbreak in the future. So clear the past, heal the present, allow the rain to sprinkle down and just wash all the pain away. But I understand it's frustrating to feel stuck, but it's just so important to find that part of yourself that even though you're not moving, you don't feel stuck. You still feel that flow of energy. So the first three cards were the Hierophant, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So you definitely learned something in the past, something really important that leads to something beautiful ultimately. But it's kind of like, but you're in a heartbreak. Like you learned something, but your heart is broken. So it seems like what you learned was something that hurt you. But of course, clearing the past and healing the present is going to lead to a more positive outcome in the future. Because your future prediction right now, because tarot, I mean, I never say this in my readings, but tarot is just the current energy reading. But it doesn't mean it's forever. It doesn't mean like, this is what it is. This is your future. This is, it's just based on where you're at. This is the projected outcome. So your future energy is Nine of Wands. So kind of like you're building back up, but it may not be the most sturdy building because you're defensive, because you're just like unsure, maybe not trusting because of the heartbreak. you know, I mean, and that's understandable. When you have your heart broken, you're just like, okay, let me do this, and like check, like make sure everything's okay. Let me do this. Ugh. But again, if you heal the present and clear the past, you know, this outcome can be a little more smooth flowing, I would say. So clarifying the Hierophant in the past energy. I have the Judgment reversed, the Tower reversed, Ace of Inspiration reversed, and I just realized that was Inspiration. Okay, Ace of Inspiration reversed, and the Wheel reversed, and the High Priestess reversed. I drew an extra one because I was like, this is a lot, and I need to understand. And I kind of felt like it was something just took you off balance. Something completely took you out of your element, out of your comfort zone, out of your sense of knowing, took you away from what you thought you wanted, but you avoided a tower moment. So it's like these things, like it knocked you off balance. It took away something that you thought you were going to go towards, that you really felt passionate about, but it avoided some really potentially, you know, something that was potentially not dangerous, but something that could have really hurt you. Or, you know, I mean, Tower is ultimately a good card, but, you know, maybe you were avoiding the Tower, and with the Heartbreak card in the center, maybe you did end up having the Tower ultimately, and maybe you're hurt because you were trying to avoid the Tower, because you were trying to avoid what was coming up, because you were trying to, you know, keep things balanced, but then kind of drop the ball. But you learned. You learned from all this. Doesn't mean your heart's not broken. Doesn't mean you're not hurting. But you definitely learned from just getting out of your element. It knocked you all out of whack. So that it's a frustrating situation over here. It just seems like it's just a lot going on, and you're not really, like, the High Priestess is very much about being still, but she's not, like, reversed, she's not still. She's, you know, she's off balance. She's about balance. So you lost your balance. And of course the wheel, you know, she's balancing on the wheel and deciding, you know, which way the wheel will spin. But with it being reversed, it's kind of just like, it's just spinning. You just felt like there's no control. And that clarified the Tower. There's just no control. I mean, the Tower isn't like, there's no control in the Tower. But it's like, maybe you tried to maintain control of the Tower moment, and then it's just like, nope. Whoop, knock you off your feet. But hey, he's still laughing. It's like he's kind of just laughed it off and just like, hey, I'm learning. This is a learning experience. But then it was like, okay, after you laughed, you start crying. Like, you kind of realize, like, oh, I learned. Like, that was a lot. That was intense. And there was so much resistance in it all that it split you. Clarifying the Three of Swords is the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Inspiration reversed, and the Seven of Emotions reversed. So I just feel like you're just ready to end something. Like, you are just like, whatever it was, like, I'm just ready to end it. Of course, the whole thing is you're facing this mountain, and it's telling you it's not time to move, because the mountain was reversed. It's not time to move. It's time to go inside. But it's like, you just want to get away from the thoughts. Like, I don't want to think about it. And if I go inside, I feel like I'm going to think and think and think. Like, I'm just ready to end the thoughts and end that part. Because, like, it's just too much. Too many options. Too many things. So yeah, it's like movement and stillness. Like there's definitely like you want to move, but you're still because things are ending right now. And something that you were wanting to take action towards, maybe you hesitated. I mean, this is basically saying, this card is kind of like a hesitation card. Like you know what you want, and now you're just kind of like waiting for the right time. But there never is a right time. With it being reversed, it's saying just there is no time. Like there's no right time. There's no it's just don't either shit or get off the pot, basically. But it seems like the guidance is kind of telling you time to shit. It's time to get this shit out. It's time to release it. It's time to let it die, release, and stop not have this too many options. Like this is so many options, not being able to decide, and you're just like, I don't even care. It's just the options are, it's like you're killing the options. That's kind of like, I love how it's like the swords are going down and this light's coming up. It's kind of just like taking away those options, because that's kind of, it's what you're getting rid of, is the options. And you're ready for it, but maybe because this cat, he's ready to go, but is he avoiding that? It's like either you're avoiding the death of something because you're ready to go, but it's like, oh wait, wrong direction. It's like you're ready to go over the mountain, but wait, there's things that you need to deal with. There's this ending that needs to occur, that still needs to happen. So it definitely seems like maybe you're ready to move past it, but you're avoiding what you need to handle right now. So with that being said, staying in that energy leads to the 9 of Wands of trying to build, but not sure, which is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, the Ace of Emotions, and the Muse of Voices. So it's like you feel like you're building. Like you're really feeling like you're building, but it's facing this nightmare. So it's like you're kind of rebuilding a nightmare, because maybe because you're avoiding that ending. You still get back in your head in the 9 of Swords energy. You're staying stuck in your head because you're not allowing the ending to happen. But you feel like you're building, but maybe it's just not necessarily something that either you're you're really stressed out about what you're building because you're holding on so tightly, so defensive about things, or you feel like you're building a nightmare. Hopefully not, because the Queen of Pentacles does have the Ace of Emotions below it. So there's definitely something that is really, I felt that heart energy. So there's a new stirring in your heart that you just can't ignore. That is this is real. I feel this and I'm ready to build toward it. But this is definitely I felt my heart, but also felt the neck tension, the stress. So it's you're starting to feel kind of good, but then you're kind of nervous, oh wait, is that good? Is that a good thing? Or can I trust that? I mean, you're defensive. You're not sure. You're not sure what to trust. But there's definitely something beautiful that is starting to brew. And with the Muse of Voices clarifying the 9 of Swords and this whole energy in general, it definitely seems like there is an idea. There is an idea that you want to follow that will lead you on this path. And I mean, I don't, it's definitely like this idea is going to get you in the right direction. But, I mean, maybe that idea is stressing you out. Maybe you're just nervous about this idea for some reason. I mean, I want to know, why are you nervous about this idea? Like, I'm just going to go ahead and pull another clarifier for this side, because I'm really curious, like, why are you so nervous about, like, you're creating something that really brings you a lot of good feelings in your heart, something amazing, but you're nervous and defensive. So one more clarity, please, for this side, for the future energies. Ooh, hello. Queen of Inspiration reversed. Maybe you don't feel confident. Ooh, 10 of Cups at the bottom, but it's reversed, so it's like you want it, but it's like you're not sure if you can have it. There was also the Lovers at the bottom earlier that kept showing up at the bottom. So maybe there is like some sort of love that you really want, but maybe you just don't feel confident in going towards it. Because you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Inspiration. So it's like you're kind of taking it slow. And maybe that's stressing you out. Maybe the fact that you have decided to go slow, which is what everything is saying, like go slow, heal. Maybe that's stressing out because you're so used to going for it and like, moving and taking action and learning. But it's like, maybe it's got you feeling like you think you're stuck, but you're not. You're actually building and creating what you want and what is beautiful to you. But you're feeling, it's like that causes this own stress for you. So hopefully y'all are gonna be able to kind of let go of that tension, and really cultivate that heart feeling. Because like I said, I felt the heart feeling first. I felt my heart stirring, but then it's like, oh no, oh gosh, I was like, why am I feeling tension in my neck right now? So it's like that heart feeling might stress you out because you feel like you should be taking action. You feel like, oh, let's go, let's do this. But it's really just, slowly cultivating and building up that heartfelt energy. This has ended up being a long reading for y'all, Sag. So your guidance is love. I love love. I love this for you. Obviously, healing that heart, healing the present. Feeling that fire in your heart, that ace of emotions that's stirring inside of you. Cultivate that. And then it's very much like Queen of Pentacles and Ace of Cups energy. That is literally right here in the future energy. Focus on that. Don't focus on the heartbreak or, that tension. Maybe you just need to get a massage. Like something that really, ask body. Get a massage. Ask your body what it needs, because there's obviously tension that you're having from stress. So tap into your body and ask it, where is the pain? What do I need to help? Whether you get a massage, just kind of let loose, go for a walk, whatever your body needs, do it. And if going for a walk helps you release that energy that you feel like you need to go. I mean, walking meditations are a thing. That could really help you balance out this energy that I'm feeling of like this stirring and wanting to move and go, but also needing to stay still, needing to, clear the mind. And then we have speak truth. So maybe there is this idea that's plaguing you that you're holding back on. That, the Muse of Voices is kind of saying go towards an idea. Have this idea guide you. So there is an idea that's stressing you out that maybe you need to speak on, that maybe you need to figure out how to put it into words to help you go towards it instead of being scared of it or frightened by the intensity of it. And then shadow. It's bringing up your shadow. This truth is bringing up something, some pain. Is bringing up the Three of Swords, the heartbreak, the pain. So this is definitely saying go within, do the shadow work. I mean, obviously there's shadow work to be done because this is following you. This disbalance and pain and mental unease is following you. So it's definitely time to do some shadow work, figure out, what's hurting you, why it's hurting you, maybe look up some videos on that. And then the seeker. Yeah, seek your shadow, seek new ideas to help you gain a different way of manifesting, a different way of receiving. Like the seeker, they want to bring in new things. They want to find new things. So maybe like trying to seek within yourself. I mean, with the shadow and you speak your truth and ask your body, it really, and love, it's really like seek within yourself for this solution. I mean, there doesn't always have to be a solution right now or like a direction to go right now. I mean, if something feels good, then feel it. Just, I would say, cultivate that good feeling. And go within, meditate, talk to your body, figure out what feels good and what doesn't feel good and how you can help you yourself feel good just by being with yourself and being honest with yourself. I think being honest with yourself is probably the biggest takeaway I can get from this currently. So I hope that resonated for you guys. I enjoyed this reading. I hope you did too. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.